Joan. This week we're still on defence, but looking at leads against suit contracts. So there's a difference in thinking when you're leading against a suit contract and when you're leading against no trumps. And mainly because you don't have time to develop long suit winners in a suit because usually they'll trump you. But what about the time where you happen to have four trumps and you're defending? Many people think that it's best to lead a shortage if you've got a doubleton or a singleton, and they say, oh, if we do that, we'll be able to get trumps. Well, try a different approach. Try what's called a forcing defence. And what that means is instead of leading your shortage and giving the game away sometimes, because often your shortage is declared as long suit, try leading your own long suit, because what you might do when you also hold four trumps is you might be able to force declarer to trump and thereby shortening his trumps himself. So if you started with four and declarer started with five, if you make them trump once or twice, you may end up with more trumps than declarer. And then you can play your long suit. It's a very difficult way for declarer to make a contract if you are forcing them to trump and shortening their holding in trumps. So give it a go. It's called a forcing defence, and you can see it in operation on this hand that I've given you. Zooms are well underway and they're on card play, declarer play. I'm going to be looking at making safety plays. I'm going to look at entries, all sorts of exciting things, and also counting, how to actually count a hand. That's the absolutely vital part of bridge, is being able to have an idea of what the defenders have and what their shape is. And all about no trumps, I'd like to cover that topic, which people are often nervous of playing no trumps, but you shouldn't be, because in a way, playing no trumps is easier than playing in a suit, I think. So have a good week, everyone. Whether you're in lockdown or not, we can still play a lot of bridge. Over the opponent's one spade opening, you have nothing to say. A good heart suit, but you're very happy too that you've got four spades in case you defend. And they've gone to game. So we will be on lead, and let's think about that. Often people think that if they lead short suits when they've got four trumps, they'll have an opportunity to get ruffs, say in clubs or diamonds, if you led either of those. But the way to think is not quite like that. You should consider leading your long suit when you've got four trumps, because it may force declarer to trump when they didn't necessarily want to. Now, overtake the king here, the queen with the king, and there's only one out, so it'll be the 10. So just in case partner couldn't return it, play the jack, and that forces declarer to trump. When you've got four trumps to the ace, don't take the first one or the second one, but win it with the third spade, and noting that partner had only one spade, so that means declarer started with five. They trumped the third heart. They've now drawn 3 rounds of trumps, so they've only got one spade left. So now's our opportunity to play the heart and force them to trump. We're the only one that has a trump left. So now's our opportunity. Trump and play the heart. And now we've beaten the contract by 2 tricks. So when you have four trumps, tend to lead your long suit. This is called a forcing defense.